St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Harddrive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at rambalisfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. Also, I think DBS Television. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Thursday, the 26th of February. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show, none other than the lovely Lady J. Lady J, good morning to you.
Wait, why it came out Lady J? What happened this morning?
I was just having some water there.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning. All right. Yeah. It's always good to be around you. You bring laughter.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Andre, I am good. I'm blessed. It's so good to be on planet Earth, and so good to remember all the values my mom and dad taught me. One of the main ones, to be grateful for life, to be honest, right? And to be around honest people. And all my life, I've tried my best to be around honest people and to remain honest. And I hope this is how my friends will always see me, as an honest person.
So when you see or hear someone, right, being dishonest, how does that affect you? How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm hoping this is not a friend of mine, but I mean, definitely
anybody.
It's despicable, especially when you have proof. Because if you don't have proof, what's the use of disliking or talking or what have you? If you don't have proof, you really shouldn't talk about an individual or whatever. But if you have proof, yeah, you can. Andre did this or Andre did that because you have the proof. But dishonesty is not something people like. That's what destroys relationships, all over the world. Destroys relationships.
And I tell you something. I think children who are raised in homes where there's honesty and integrity, these are blessed children.
That's
They're
right.
very, very fortunate.
I'm blessed
to have
so
parents.
are you, Andre.
Yeah, parents who are honest.
Very, very honest person.
Yeah, and showing integrity and so on. These are children that are blessed, man. Wow. It's just a pity it can't be like that for everybody. It's a pity.
Andre. Yes, Andre. Some people are brought up in homes that you wonder why were they even brought on this earth. Yes.
I was driving down to Soufrière on, was it Sunday, when I went down to Choiseul. So we had to pass through Soufrière on the west coast. And we saw a guy, right, walking downhill. And he's clearly drunk and struggling to go downhill. And I said to myself, in fact, I was saying that to Anthony. I said, imagine that. That guy is probably going to go to a home. Probably. Maybe he has a wife, maybe he has children inside there. And those children have to be exposed to this kind of thing, either on a daily basis or on a weekend.
Well, let's hope he has no kids.
So I say,
he lives alone.
I say, really and truly, children who have parents who don't get involved in those kinds of things, being drunk and having to walk down a road or walk up a road in a drunken stupor. These children are blessed, man.
And Andre, it's kind of embarrassing when you have a parent who is into drinking if it is other ailments, that's different. But if we're talking about drunkenness or someone who is loud and always quarreling, and it's embarrassing for the kids. Trust me,
Yes,
it's
and imagine a
embarrassing.
child having to live in an environment like that on a daily basis. You and your mother and your father quarreling, shouting at each other and so on.
But
oh
two
my
things
gosh.
that happen. Sometimes the child becomes the parent. She acts or he acts the same way, or they distance themselves. You know, and they grow up to be really, really respectful young men and women. And we say amen to people, brothers and sisters who grow into their own. You know.
Yes, but no doubt, I mean, these things must have some lasting, no matter how much you try to distance yourself from it, it must have some lasting effects, because what happens in the home there really does affect children to some, degree. I remember Michael Jackson was talking about his nose, okay? And I think he said his father told him, you didn't get that nose from our side.
Come on.
And imagine, that stuck with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
All his life.
Children remember things.
So I'm just saying, while I get your point that people move on, that's true, and do a better life and so, but still, these things
It's
have
in the subconscious. It's in the
lasting
subconscious.
effects.
It remains there. And certain things trigger it. I bet it triggered it when he had his first child, the second child, the third child. Because, Andre, when I had my first daughter, a lot of things that happened when I was a child, whether they were positive or, I was the fifth in the family. So, they got, my older brothers and sisters, they got lashes, right? But I got less because I didn't like that, Andre. So I tried to be as straight as I could, be home on time or whatever. But I know my dad was very strict if we talked to boys. So that's where all the problems came in. Even if, yes, he was really strict if we talked to boys. Andre, I went to dance class. I went to dance classes, and they were boys at the dance class. So Andre is not only at the dance class, you're going to see the boys. Maybe when you're coming from church, the boys are at church and so on. And Andre, there's nothing on my mind. I'm just talking. And my dad, when he picks me up, he would be, why are you talking to this? And no. But you know what? It's the way they were brought up. So that's why. And that's what we learn later in life.
And that's the problem. The fathers especially, they do not want their daughters to get pregnant early. That is what they're trying to avoid.
But you have to instill values in the children, like they instill values in me that always told me never, to watch myself, be careful, don't do anything if I don't want to do it. Don't be forced. Don't let someone have me do something. In other words, people will force you to smoke, drink, etc., etc. No, you don't have to. Say no to it.
Well, exactly. So then why did he feel the need, after instilling those values, why does he feel the need now to lecture you on talking to boys?
Because that's fathers.
So that's the point.
Just
that's the point
some
I was
fathers
making.
are just, they will excuse the boys, but they are just very strict with the girls.
And that again,
and there were 4 girls in my family.
And that is really, really hypocritical, because we as fathers should be just as concerned that our sons don't get some other person's daughter pregnant early.
Agreed.
You understand?
Totally. Agreed.
But we just care about the ones that we have.
Yeah.
But our
Because in
boys,
other words, it's coming, if it's the female, it's coming to the home.
Yeah, our boys,
if it's the guy, it's going to be on the outside.
Yeah.
No, it's still a negative, still a negative, because did you give him the values to own that child? And I think you spoke about something like that a couple of days ago on your show. When I was coming, I remember hearing that. Yes, Andre, it felt a little hot in here.
Yes, a little warm.
You need to put it at
as you're there, as you're there.
Well, that's a good thing.
You bring in heat.
That's a good thing, Andre. It's generally cold in here.
Now, I remember one time I was talking to my son, and I said to him, let me tell you something. I know you're a certain age now, and you be attracted to girls and so on, but I said to him, just remember one thing. I'm supporting you, okay? But I'm not supporting any child you bring right now. That would not be my responsibility. That would be your responsibility. So you better be careful. That's what I said to him.
And up to there.
So I don't know if I scared him too much.
It's called scared him straight. That's good. That's good, Andre. Very good.
Up to now, he hasn't had any kids as yet. I say, wow.
Very good.
Yeah. So. Anyway, so let's move on. Let's say good morning to the folks at the Thomas O'Bread Place and all the folks who go to support. Today you can get pigtail bouillon
nice.
and chicken soup. Okay,
nice.
pigtail
Yummy.
bouillon and chicken soup. And of course, don't forget the CMOS beverages, which they have in stock, including coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed CMOS with milk or without milk. And by the way, I told Yasmin this morning, make sure she brings your CMOS, your coconut CMOS for you.
She's coming to Castries?
Yes, she told me she should be coming.
Appreciate it.
All right. So
she'll be here before 3 o'clock?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, so if I have to collect it and bring it back here or something for you, because I did promise. Okay? So don't forget, today is going to be pigtail bouillon and chicken soup. You know, that's the thing you rarely get at restaurants these days, the chicken soup. Yeah, most times you get something else, maybe the bouillon, but not the chicken soup.
Yeah, but I like pumpkin soup. I really like that, especially if it's thick.
You know where we used to get that? Guarantee, back in the day, if you celebrating your first communion.
Yes, Andre, I wonder if they're still doing it. I really need to ask someone who has a child in first communion, because that was a must.
Yes, a must.
You had to have that.
I remember that.
And the bread and the butter on the side.
Yes.
Oh, who invented that, Andre? What was the reasoning behind that?
you mean the tradition of doing the soup with the
soup?
That's true.
You must have the bread.
That's an interesting question. So I'm sure we'd be shocked at the stories. We need to find out
from a priest.
Yeah, but it's all part and parcel of the first communion and confirmation and so on. And by the way, I experienced both.
Me too.
Yeah, both the first communion and the confirmation.
Yeah.
So I had a little fete.
My dad was Anglican, but my mom was Catholic. So most of the Barbadians are Anglican. Yeah.
And back to the thing about the fathers, right? Trying to prevent the daughters from getting pregnant and so on. Okay, and they don't want them to talk to boys, but eventually you can't stop it, eh?
No,
yeah,
I mean they're in school, they're at lessons, they're everywhere.
Yeah, eventually they'll talk.
And then he makes me afraid of boys. Growing up, I was afraid because my dad, I can't talk to you. That sort of thing. But lucky for me, because I was the last girl, they sort of paired us because there was 6 of us. So everywhere my sister went, I had to be there. And everywhere I went, she had to be there. And one of the things, I must admit, my dad picked us up, even if he was very busy with work, as a top cop. Andre, he picked us up everywhere we were. The restriction was always time is time. He was one of those in his strong Bajan accent. Time is time. But we had to be there. If it's 9 o'clock, make sure you're there. If it's 11 o'clock, make sure you're there. So, Andre, if the party finished at 11, in those days, not 4 o'clock in the morning, but in those days, 11 o'clock. Party just starting at 11 o'clock right now. But in those days, party finished at 11, 11:30, 12. You had to tell Daddy, come pick you up about 11:15 or 11:30, because 11 o'clock, 5 to 11. Pop, pop.
Yeah.
That was the fathers of then, Andre.
I'm laughing because I remember one time Hassani wanted to go to a party up north. Right now, I think it was a Sunday night, a Sunday evening party. So I said to him, okay, I'm going to take you up there. I'll give you a ride, but I'll come back and pick you up. I'll come back, and midnight is the deadline, because I said I have to work in the morning, early in the morning, so midnight is the deadline. So I went up there, parked the vehicle just around midnight. I parked the vehicle near the place, and I'm not seeing Hassani come in. Okay, and in those days I don't think I had a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone. Neither did he. So and I don't want to go inside there. That's a young people thing. I don't want to go inside. So I'm there waiting. When I see 12:15, I'm seeing Hassani. 12:30, I'm seeing Hassani. I say, what the heck? The boy had me there waiting. I say, let me go inside there. Let me go inside there. So I didn't go right in. I said, listen. I said, would you announce on the microphone that Hassani, your father's there waiting for you? All right?
Andre.
So no, I can't find him unless young people I see inside there. So when I was on the microphone, they went, Hassani Wilson, your father is waiting for you. The whole crowd said, yes.
Of course, Andre. Of course.
Serves him
that's
right.
Embarrassing.
Serves him right.
Poor little boy.
No.
He came out of his head down, right?
There's no point in that. I told you midnight. You understand?
Maybe. My dad was like that too. Anyway, what happened when he came to you? What did you say?
Dad, you think you want to do me that kind of thing? Yeah. I said no, but I told you I'm going to come pick you up at midnight.
But did you stay calm saying it?
Of course, I was calm.
Oh,
but I know for sure he felt embarrassed.
Of course, because when he walking out.
The point is, I told you midnight.
Yeah.
We agreed
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
12:30, you can't come outside yet?
Yeah, it's good to say the 15 minutes. Oh, my dad, actually, my hubby, we had to pick up Consuelo. Well, usually I would, but I think we were out, so we had to pick her up. And we got there 5 minutes before the time. And I said to him, wait. So we parked on the road. He goes inside. And when he goes inside, Andre, mine is better than yours. When he goes inside, she's dancing away with a guy. I don't see anything wrong in that. That's why you went to a party. He comes outside and tells me she's there winding up on somebody, blah, blah. What you expect, babe? She's at a party. You know, she's at a party. What's wrong in that? I mean, if you don't want her to dance and have a good time with the reggae songs and whatever, then you go to the party and you stand up and be supervisor.
Yeah, boy.
You understand?
As a parent, if you don't want to get shocked, don't go inside and watch what them young people are doing.
They're doing nothing for me.
Okay? No, if you don't want to get shocked. Yeah.
Let the children
One time I remember I said Hassani, so let me ask you something. So when you go to them parties and thing, right? Do you dance? You know, at the back of a back of a girl and them kind of thing like that? Do you know? Hassani said to me, basically.
Did he put the daddy in front? Did he put the daddy?
Basically,
Andre, exactly what you were doing, the children are doing, except that if you teach the values, they might do better, because you say you had more than one woman at the same time. You don't want that to happen to...
What you say, nigga?
You said that. Back in the day, you had two check-in at the same time. You said it. Listeners, chime in. Andre said it. Back in the day. I'm not talking about now. Back in the day, you said it, Andre. Remember when we were on 100? You used to talk about that endless too.
Of course.
Us laughing and so on.
Yeah. I mean, when you're young, you're what they call a rambunctious young man. Yeah. Right? And if you didn't do that, it's almost like you lapo. I mean,
really?
Almost like you lapo. Yeah. Most guys, most fellas, I don't think there are many young men from my day, or in fact, I could imagine now what's happening.
It might be worse.
That's another on a completely different level, right? So whoever's didn't do it, bravo to you. If you didn't do it,
you were probably late.
That was in fact when I joined the band, the fellas who were much older than I was, and of course you watch what the guys are doing, and so you say, wow, hey boy, I can't wait to start for my turn to come. Yeah. Yeah, you see what the fellas are doing. Yeah, all the fellas, and all them were married and stuff. Yeah, fellas, Eamon Gwen. But as I said to you, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. The culture encourages it, allows it. Even women. You have a sister who'll say to you, boy, you have a lot of girlfriends, boy. Wow. I'm sure them, you have sisters telling you those kinds of things, almost like it's expected of you. So you don't want to disappoint anybody.
I think my first brother was something similar to what you said. But most guys settled down.
Most guys are like that. Most guys are just like that. Yeah. And we stick with that, unfortunately, for a better part of our lives. We don't sometimes become such a bad habit that you can't even see yourself leaving and stopping the behavior. Right?
Or you'll eventually stop it when you see most of them taking your money, or you have no money to save. Andre.
Some fellas don't give a hoot about that. Yeah, they have it. But anyway, that's for another show.
Oh, Andre, I want to say hello to. Before I say that, have you ever heard of a flash drive for your cell phone?
A flash drive for the cell phone? No.
I didn't either. My sister brought me one. So I was like, what? I didn't know. I know we have it for the computer, the laptops and so on. She says, oh, yes, so you can transfer the information, because right now mine is slowing down. It has so much information, it takes a while to open up. So I was really happy for that. I'm like, instead of getting a new phone, I can transfer. So I went to one place and they directed me to the cell. And I saw two ladies at the desk. And I know usually the guys help. And I didn't mean anything, asking, but I wanted one of the guys. And they asked what I wanted. And I said, no, I didn't want to see your tech person back in the back room. I just wanted one of the guys to assist me. And one of them said, well, maybe if you tell us what, we'll see if we can help. And I, of course, mentioned I have this, if they've ever heard of the flash drive. And she said yes, the other one didn't answer. And I explained that I have it and I wanted to know how to get it onto my phone and so on. So she asked me to bring it over. Andre, she fit the thing for me, explain everything, put it in my message as to how to get it done from point A to point Z. Andre, I want to say thank you to this girl. I wrote her name down, Cornelia. Andre, it's not many business places you go to that they help you. They just tell you what to do. She actually took my phone from me, my cell phone from me, and did everything for me. And then explained, when you get home, these are the points, A, B, C, D. Typed it for me. And so I have it saved. So I want to thank her.
Okay.
At the cell.
Did you reward her?
I told her thank you very much. Reward with what? With money, Andre?
Of course. Why not?
I never.
It's a great motivator.
I know, but to be honest, I have never done that in the institutions. No, I've never done it. I've done it once or twice in the bank, actually, because I found they were very friendly. So I've done it as you go in for some cash. You probably say, have some lunch with this. And you say lunch because you don't want them to think that little bit, so you make sure it's enough for lunch.
Yeah.
And then in the restaurant. But I'm going to be honest, Andre, I don't know about you, but I'm not very good at tipping. My sister is very good at that, but I'm not very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I do it every now and then, but I'm always very thankful. So, I say, thank you so much. I appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. That I will say. Yeah.
I believe if somebody does a real good job, as you said, they go out of their way for you and so on, of course you reward them. That's the way. And I think I learned that when I was in the US. I was working at a restaurant, and of course, you're there, you go to you serve somebody very, very well, and they're so happy, they're so impressed. They just give you money. In fact, I was playing up at Dax a few weeks ago there, and it was dinner time, so I was playing soft music. I got into a nice little light reggae and so on. And this couple came, and they were just dancing away. And before the night was over, the guy came and he gave me $50. He said to me, I enjoy your music. Yes, you see? Simple thing like that.
What you did with the 50 US?
I mean, I got EC for it, of course.
Okay. So, Andre, let's ask the question. Maybe people on the platform might be asking, what if you had no cash in your wallet? How can you tip someone who is doing something good for you? So you have to reward them with nice, kind words, Andre.
Yeah, of course. I understand that.
So that answers your question
I understand
for yesterday.
That. But I'm saying,
because I wouldn't use my debit card to give them.
I understand that. But when somebody goes out of their way,
definitely,
right, and you are in a position to do it, it's not part of our culture. Most people go out, when we go out to eat and so on, we don't tip. We don't even bother to do that. No, because of my experience, I know it's important to do those things.
Yeah.
Right, so I do it.
Yeah.
Once you do a good job.
You're lucky you are not playing in a hotel, because not all hotels you can accept tips, Andre.
Melee. All I know, I got a nice tip and I was very happy about that. You know what people do right now? When you see we out there playing and they want you to play a song twice or something, they come, they drop money right on the console.
Oh, really?
Yeah, $20, $50.
So it's gotten better. Gotten better.
Some give $5.
Still paper money. Still paper money. What it can get you, a malt? Or malt has gone up to $6. I know it was $3
and even
at
the
one point.
DJs themselves, they come and they play it again. So the same feeling that you get from receiving those gifts, why not share that with somebody else if you can. Okay, so let's get into other matters, Lady J. I wanted to just apologize yesterday. I think I said something a little misleading. I spoke about Mr. Brown, and he's going to be performing at St. Lucia Jazz main stage on Saturday the 9th. Okay, yes, it's true, he'll be there. So technically it wasn't incorrect, but it's actually performing with the group October 4.
Yeah,
so that's what it was. But I didn't mention the group, I just mentioned T.C.
October
Brown.
4. Yeah. And I remember October 4 when I was at Club St. Lucia. A nice group of guys. I'm not sure if they have all of them together, but when I came back from Asia and I was there for a few, I came back with little Consuelo, and I was there for a few years back at the hotel. They were there at the time.
Yeah.
And that's how I met TC. Really nice guy, and he sings really good, huh?
Of course, he does. Good. Yeah. As I said, I didn't want to make sure I say it, exactly how it's supposed to be. So it's actually October 4, and of course, TC Brown is part of.
They recreated the band, I guess, because they've been on the low. We haven't heard anything about October 4, so it's good to hear that they're back. And I will see if I think thing is with them. Maybe one of them. What's his name? Anyway. I'll remember his name later. Okay, so let's talk about the fire on Tuesday night, late Tuesday night, in Leslie Land, right? I didn't realize how serious this fire was until this morning when the police were giving more information. The police said that 3 units were called in. 3. Wow. Right, 3 units, meaning these are fire appliances. Appliances, so there were 3 of them. So that's really serious. 3 units. Yeah. Right? The blaze took about 3 hours to extinguish.
3
Andre,
hours.
how many homes went down?
I'll tell you in a second. So imagine they're fighting this blaze from maybe about midnight, somewhere around there, up until about 3 o'clock in the morning.
My.
And I think the reason for that is because the number of structures, right, that were affected. So you have 7 structures were damaged.
Oh boy.
And 3 destroyed completely. So this was really, really serious. I remember I saw the video, and of course I couldn't even tell how bad it was.
It was just a whole lot of fire.
How bad it was. So let's spare thought for the victims of this tragic fire. So many people losing their homes and so on. And now in this go-over season, you have to go back and rebuild. Right? Now, sometimes the houses are so close to each other. That's another problem.
Yeah, and then it's wooden, so it's faster.
Yeah, and it spreads,
faster
man.
to be destroyed, yeah.
Now, I always say, I keep asking this question, where is the blessing in those things? I think we need to forget about the saying about every disappointment is a blessing, because I cannot understand where's the blessing in those things. This morning I came here, right, to do my as I normally do. I'm getting ready. I didn't even know Lucilec was going to have a power outage. Just around 5:30, somewhere around there. Okay? So, there's a power outage, and I was just here.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, where's the blessing in that? Where's the blessing? Because you say every disappointment is a blessing. Every disappointment, right? I think somebody just came up with that saying.
Andre, did you find something to do in that space of time?
Well, yes, of course, I did a few
blessing,
a few things.
Andre, you found something else.
Yeah, but not here. Inside it was total darkness. The air conditioning unit was not working. I can't even be here to do anything. I have no power. I have no power inside here.
It's hot.
Yeah, so I went downstairs. It was uncomfortable downstairs. Right, all I did was just maybe have something to eat, and that was it. So I'm just saying, that saying about every disappointment is a blessing. That's just wrong.
I will have to Google that for it to respond.
Where did that come from?
What it really means.
Every disappointment is a blessing. They're saying no matter what the situation, like either good will come out of it or something like that.
Or they're saying it will be all right in the morning. One of the mornings it will be all right. That's the saying. So yeah,
I think a lot of
for most of those people with their houses gone, it might not be all right for them for many months.
Yeah, and where's the blessing in that?
But
you've lost your home. Right,
but here's the blessing, Andre. They're alive.
That's the blessing?
For them, that's probably what they might be saying, that they're alive.
At a time like that, you're not thinking about you being alive, All you're thinking about now is, where am I going to stay? When am I going to rest my head for tonight? Right?
Yeah.
You have to be now at somebody's residence. I'm at the person's beck and call. People are not happy with me being around them. Oh, man.
But Andre, that's something all of us might have to think about, because you never know if it can happen to us. I mean, you don't put the fire on, but electricity can spark and then bam, there's a fire. So, I mean, we sometimes have to think out of the box as well. Andre, some of us have families, but like anything else, they get tired, as you said, of us staying at their home.
Yeah.
People don't like it.
People don't like that at all, man. I had an experience with that many, many years ago when I went to the US. Yeah, I was staying at a residence at first. And
Andre, you need to say that? The person alive?
No, it wasn't passed already.
Okay.
But I wasn't going to go into any details or anything, because it's not really necessary. But I'm saying I went through that. And it wasn't a nice feeling at all. I had to end up actually left the place, because the person was just fed up of me just being there.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can hear it.
Yeah, and initially they're more than happy to have you, because you speak with them and they agree. And after a little while, they want you out of their space. And they look for all kinds of excuses, look for all kind of One of the things he used to do, because I used to play in a band at the time, and I would get home like in the morning after 2, somewhere around there. And once you see he's up, he'd be banging pans and stuff in the kitchen, slamming doors. And I'm tired, I want to sleep. And bang, bang, bo, bo. You could tell he's angry. He's angry because I'm there sleeping and he has to go to work. That kind of thing.
You think?
Well,
that was just
that's how I read it.
Okay, because some people are just loud, Andre.
No.
Loud in the kitchen. Wash the dishes loud.
He wasn't doing that
loud.
before. He wasn't doing that before. It's just because he just upset because I was there. I'm in his space and I should probably leave. So I'm saying when people go through those kinds of tragedies, that's what they have to face. So yeah, this thing about blessing in disguise, I don't believe it. That's just a pappy show as far as I'm concerned. That should go out the window. That's one saying. Forget about that. That makes no sense.
You don't say it, but some people. We'll say it. 'Cause
all kinds of things.
the
And what
experience, the blessing.
10,000 Frenchmen couldn't be wrong. All kind of papi show. And we accept those things like, wow, some of us live our lives according to those things.
Mm-hmm.
And we say it out loud, right? Of course, 10,000 Frenchmen could be wrong. Don't you agree? 10,000 Frenchmen could be wrong. Yeah. Because we've been wrong about a lot of things. One time they said the world was flat. And that went on for eons. The world is flat. You came to believe that. Now, there's some people that still believe that the world is flat. There's some people still believe that. Yes? So you just believe, okay, well, that's what it is. You'll even be jailed for thinking otherwise. Yeah, man. That's how it was. So, again, we really, really sympathize and empathize with those families who are now directly affected. And I just want to go back again to the tragic situation that occurred there in Majumel, in Labri.
That's really sad.
We're getting more information now. It's actually a family. I understand that was the gentleman's common law wife and child. And now we're learning that the child actually had some learning challenges and so on. Maybe a little slow. Yeah. Yes. So really, really, really sad situations, man. Things have been happening in our country. I don't know why.
So we need to find out if he was driving too fast, or if did they live in the area? Was he familiar with that corner, whatever? But that is sad. That is sad.
And the worst part, as I said to you, just try to imagine if the child was awake at that time and having to experience the horror, of the vehicle, right?
Also, we have to even think if they were all still alive when they went down the precipice and died because of not being able to get help and what have you, and it happened overnight. So.
There's a little portion of the Latok Road there. Now there's a guardrail there right now, and that happened after there was an incident there. I was parked in the area, right, and some guy came speeding down that Latok Road. Okay, you know when you leave the Mon, and you make the left, you're going down Latok.
By Bagshaws, where Bagshaws used to be, or Bagshaws around there.
No, but anyway, as I said, there was no guardrail in that. Okay, so say after you leave Sandals, say you're heading up.
Oh, you're going further up?
Yeah, so you're heading up the Latok Road.
Okay.
So you pass Sandals, there's a couple of corners there, right?
Oh,
just around that area. Right now there's a guardrail there, but it wasn't always a guardrail.
Many years.
And I was parked there just on the side of the road, and a guy came speeding down that Latok Road there. Okay, he tried to negotiate the corner, and he lost control of the vehicle, and he plunged down. He just went straight. I just saw the vehicle, I just went into the air. I said, oh my gosh, wow. And by the time that happened, of course, everybody came outside and so on. But the guy survived. He actually survived. So imagine now your vehicle going down there.
So where did it land?
I don't know.
In the bush or on the road?
Of course, on the bush. Because remember, he's going down. Yeah, he's going down. And imagine if that vehicle would have struck maybe a tree or something, some powerful tree. Maybe it smashed the windshield and
split in two, Andre.
Exactly.
Which has happened before.
And after that, now they put a guardrail there. So I think moving forward, the authorities should really take seriously this issue of guardrails. If you're building roads, I know it's going to cost extra money, but if you see there's clearly an area there that needs attention or needs guardrails, right? Now, funny enough, they put some guardrails on the Millennium Highway. You know what I'm talking about before you get to the gas station, right? Let's just say you're heading down.
From going to the
that
walk.
just made the road more narrow.
Yes, it did.
I don't like that part of the road. I don't like it.
It did.
Gets
and
me
I was
nervous.
thinking if they want to make people slow down, because Andre, there's a lot of fast driving on the Millennium.
That doesn't stop it at all. I can tell you that.
But I'm hoping because it gets smaller, they will slow down. But
no way.
I think they need to put some speed bumps on that road very soon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speeding.
So the police commissioner was speaking about something I think we all know about, but it's a hush-hush thing. Nobody really talks about it.
Andre says a hush-hush.
Yeah, nobody really talks about that.
Okay.
People who are in high society, right, who are amassing what he called illicit wealth, and they have what they call illegal enterprises. They make it seem as though they have a business and so on. I don't know how they do it. Maybe these businesses are not really are theirs. Maybe other people's names are fixed to those businesses. I do not know. But the police commissioner now is saying that they're going to be addressing this matter. He says that the people know who they are, right? Honestly, I have no idea who he's talking about. I have no idea.
So why is he speaking in parables?
Well, do you know?
I didn't hear that.
No, I'm asking, do you have any idea who he's referring to?
As you telling me that, because
Yeah.
I haven't heard that news.
Exactly.
No, Andre.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't know.
Yes. Hey, listen to this. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is now intensifying efforts under the Proceeds of Crime framework, targeting the assets of head at. There's a figure, 10 high-profile individuals believed to have amassed wealth through unlawful means. 10 of them. And he said they know who they are.
Okay.
And they're going to be going after them.
Okay. Obviously, they've been doing their investigations.
He says they've been operating under the guise of legitimate businesses and so on, but it's a whole criminal network that's there. Now, I have no idea who the gentleman is referring to. I have no idea.
Well, not who. The group of people. He said 10. You said 10.
Yeah.
So that's a group of people, whether it's 10 in one organization or if it's 10 different organizations he's talking about.
Massive. He didn't go into any details, but apparently they know the people who are involved in it. Because remember, we're always saying the people at the lower echelons are the ones who get arrested. The mules and so on, right? These are the ones who get arrested, not the higher ups.
Because you do the dirty work.
I'm really curious. I guess somebody now will message me on my phone and tell me exactly who those individuals are.
Oh, Andre, I hope nobody goes and write it on social media.
No,
Please don't put that on our platform.
On my phone.
On your private.
On my
okay.
phone. On my
Please
phone.
don't put
curious.
any names on the platform. No, we don't need it there.
I'm
Keep
curious.
it to yourself.
Aren't you curious? Aren't you curious?
No, as long as they're not on my doorstep. It's not any one of my family members, so no, I'm not curious. As long as it's not amassing money from going into homes and stealing and breaking in businesses and so on, then yes, I'm curious. If it is for other means, then no, Andre, stay away from me. You're not on my doorstep. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the
But
thing is,
that's all about good policing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Let's hope that the police commissioner, I hope he's serious about what he's saying, and it's not just talk. Okay, and let's just see if any arrests are going to be made. Yeah, and the thing is,
too. He's got to have his
and
facts.
the thing is, if arrests are made, will we see pics like we saw the 18-year-old the other day? Yeah, will we
that's
see
the
that?
Reporters.
Yeah, will we see that?
That's the
because there are
reporters.
people that like that idea. Of course, put a face out there. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But Andre, if you're arresting somebody, a photo can be put out because you're arresting.
Let's see. Let us see. Because we have a way in this world, right? If you're a nobody, quote unquote, right?
Your photo is splashed.
Yeah. Oh, we don't really care. We don't really care. But somebody's higher up and have clout and so on. That's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't only happen here in St. Lucia, Andre. It happens all over the world. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it.
In the Old Testament, God addressed this particular matter, and you're saying, if a rich person appears before you, you must not show them favor because they are rich. Okay? On the other hand, he says, if a poor person appears before you, he's talking to a judge, if a poor person appears before you, do not show them favor because they are poor. Yeah?
Agreed.
You get it? You have to be
Agreed.
fair. You have to be fair. So even if the person is poor, you could say, well, Bonje, a little poor man today, but he did such and such a thing.
Pass him straight. Or something.
Let me just, okay, it's all right. You can go about your business. So he's saying, even if you're poor, right, and you did something wrong, as a judge, you ought to execute judgment in a fair manner. If you're rich, same thing. But you see in our world, you see how the way our world is right now, and there are people who are supporting this foolishness. You have a situation now where the rich and powerful, right, are shown favor. They're shown favor, and people make excuses for them, for their behavior and their actions and so on. But if a poor man does it, that's something totally different.
Yeah, it's true. Some people judge you by the way you dress.
I
Andre,
don't know what's going on in our world right now. I do not understand this thing. I thought once upon a time we knew when right was right and wrong was wrong. But now we only know right when it's somebody who is the lower echelons of society. That's what we know. But anybody who's rich and powerful, oh my gosh, leave them alone. Give them a break. Anyway, let's continue. I want to say this for the police commissioner. He spoke about the recent spate of robberies, right? And he says he's reaffirming the Royal St. Lucia Police Force commitment to community policing, right? Urging citizens to work alongside law enforcement to address crime. Okay? Now, don't you agree that's a good thing?
Yeah.
Of course.
Excellent.
That's a good thing. To work with the community to help stem crime. And that's what we should be doing. That's our civic responsibility.
Look out. Speak
Okay?
up.
That's right. So, and at the same token, let me just say this to the police commissioner. So, just in case you're not aware of that, there are people who come to the police to make reports. Make reports.
Get it
of
out there.
The robberies he's speaking about. Robberies he's speaking about. People come to you to make a report that somebody robbed me, and your people, at least some of them, at least that's the encounter that I had, and I'm not the only one. I know other people have had a similar experiences.
Right.
That your complaint is not taken seriously. There's no follow-up. There's nothing. So if we're talking about community policing, it cannot just be for the benefit of the police. It has to be for the benefit of the people as well. So when now you come, you treat me with respect, and you show me that you care about my situation, then I want to work with you.
Yeah.
You understand? But if you treat me
So
badly,
what you're asking, before you run through it, make sure you ask him to start addressing this.
yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't know if he's aware of it,
So,
but
yeah.
and I'm sure maybe it doesn't happen all the time. I'm sure there are instances now police
Yeah.
go follow up and investigate.
Because
and
that's
so on.
how many months now, Andre?
Yeah, exactly.
That's quite a few. That's over, 4 months now?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's been a while, and nothing. Imagine not a call, nothing. Like it means nothing. So if tomorrow now you want me to assist you, would I have that spirit of cooperation to help out? You understand? That's what we need to find. Now I may, because of the kind of person and my nature, I will still do the right
If
thing.
it's happening in your neighborhood.
But there are others now who don't think like that. They'll tell us a waste of time. And that's why a lot of them go now and deal with the situations on their own.
Yeah.
On their own.
Yeah.
Anyway, so listen now, right? Marco Rubio, this guy, that's the United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. He met with the CARICOM leaders in St. Kitts and Nevis. By the way, bravo to St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a little country, and to have all those honchos to come there visit. That's a beautiful thing for St. Kitts and Nevis, right? By the way, you think you have a friend who lives in St. Kitts, right?
Quite a few, Andre. Lots of friends living in St. Kitts. I've been going to St. Kitts for years. We've got one a pageant over there as well.
Okay.
So in St. Kitts and also in Nevis.
So that, big up to St. Kitts. So they met there, Marco Rubio and the CARICOM leaders. I think our Prime Minister was there as well. So now he knows that the vast majority of the CARICOM members or ministers did not agree with the way that they handled the Maduro situation. He's aware of that. So listen to his rhetoric. He says, irrespective of how some of you may have individually felt about our operations and our policy towards Venezuela, I tell you this. He says, I tell you this without I tell you this without any apology or without any apprehension. In other words, he has nothing to apologize for. They're justifying what they did there by arresting Maduro. Right? That cowardly act that they did, because Maduro poses no threat to you. Maduro can't fight back. Venezuela cannot fight back. So that's nothing for you to be proud about. That's a simple little, no problem. You just, to have won that war, I wouldn't say that war, that particular operation, that's nothing for you to feel proud about. If Maduro could have fought back, if Venezuela can fight back, I say, okay, fine. And the same thing applies for Cuba. So head that. Show you how them fellas are. You know what he did? He called during the meeting. He called Kamala, the Trinidad Prime Minister, Bissessa, to a side meeting. Yeah, to invite her to what Trump has dubbed the Shield of the Americas Summit in Florida. So she got invited to that. You see, divide and rule. How you think the others are going to feel? And instead, she's be the bigger person and say, well, no, Mr. Rubio, you cannot do that. We have all our CARICOM members who are there. That would not be nice to see you singling me out, right, to give me special favors. So they invited her. It looks as though Guyana is going to be invited as well.
Yeah.
It looks so.
Must be. But Andre, how you know she didn't say, why are you singling me out?
Because of her rhetoric. At that meeting, because of her rhetoric. She's saying that the CARICOM members are supporting Maduro, right, over
Obviously.
the situation with Guyana. She's dividing, and that lady is very cunning. She's very, very cunning. Okay, that's what you see to do. So she feels proud. And how was she said, everything she's doing is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So
That's
she's
what
going to be
they
going.
say.
Ekipamele, she feels privileged that she's going to be probably the only one, or maybe one or two of them, right, who's going to meet Trump on the 7th of March.
I wish her well.
Yeah.
I wish her well.
So a finale will be going as well, because I mean, these fellas, I understand Guyana, because they had a long-standing territorial dispute with Venezuela. But I tell you, Mr. Ali, even if there's a pause, right, that's going to surface its ugly head again. This claim to the Essequibo region, because there's oil and stuff there. So it may be a pause for now, but I bet you that's going to surface at some point in time. The Venezuela will not let that go. Okay? So it show you actually how these people operate. Divide and rule. That's what you all see to do there. You have other people. Let me tell you something. If it's me, I cannot do that kind of thing. If it's me, I see they're singling me out and all my friends are there, right? I'm going to go to have a private meeting with you. The same location. And you see how Rubio is acting to that bold face like that. Imagine how the other leaders felt.
We'll find out. I'm sure they're going to comment.
But let me ask you, do you think they'd be cool with that? Do you think they'd be cool?
I wouldn't. I don't know about them, Andre. But I wouldn't. I would, but again, they're there, so they probably are aware of the sort of person she is. And we know that they're pretty close ties with Guyana and Trinidad of late. So they know that. We know that, We are aware of it, Andre. So that does not surprise me, really.
So I wish them the best of luck. Yeah,
That's all we can do.
When they meet.
That's all we can do.
All I know is that Donald Trump doesn't have any friends. He only likes you if you agree with him. The minute you see you disagree with him, he turns on you. He turns on you. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Now, bravo again to Mexico. Mexico has sent another 2 ships to Cuba with humanitarian assistance.
Great.
So as we speak, the ships are on their way. The ships will arrive on Saturday, bringing I think 1,193 tons of supplies, right? That's on one ship. And the other one is carrying 1,078 tons of beans and powdered milk, okay? And food items, etc., okay? And that's in addition to when Mexico had dispatched 814 tons of food and hygiene products to Cuba already.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm a little disappointed with our CARICOM leaders that they haven't done a similar gesture.
That could have been some of the conversation that was happening.
Because Cuba has been our friend.
Yeah.
And we should have been the first to respond with shipments to Cuba. First. Don't you agree? Because Cuba has been good to us.
I agree, but remember what has been, Trump has been saying. So, there's a little, I don't know. It's a funny situation.
Not funny at all, right? I find it very, very disappointing that our CARICOM leaders have not done before what Mexico is doing there. We should have been the first to send humanitarian assistance, because Trump didn't say you cannot send humanitarian assistance. He said oil, okay? So I don't know why CARICOM is taking so long to do something like that. Maybe the figures will let Mexico do it. And by the way, Canada, we have to say bravo to them. Canada is also sending 8 million Canadian dollars in food aid to Cuba.
Very good.
So bravo to Canada as well.
Very good.
Okay? And imagine, you know what the Canadian foreign minister said? She said she has nothing to she doesn't have to discuss that with Rubio. She doesn't have to discuss that. That's just Canada. They say that's part of the foreign policy, right? To help people when they're in need.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't need to discuss that with Monsieur. Because people probably say, boy, what you doing there? You have to discuss that with Marco Rubio first. But she says, no, we don't need to discuss that. No. Yeah, we're doing something that is
going to him.
Exactly.
It's going to the country. Yeah.
All right. Now, let's stick with Cuba. Now, I don't support violence, okay? But apparently something happened where some Coast Guard, they said, not some Coast Guard, the Cuban Coast Guard intercepted, right, a vessel, a speedboat, carrying some individuals, and they exchanged gunfire. So during the gunfire, 4 people, right, were killed and 6 were wounded. So they were interrogating them after that incident. And they said, that's what the Cuban Foreign Ministry said, let me quote, they intended to carry out an infiltration for the purpose of terrorism. and they left America to go into Cuba to do what they're doing there. That's what according to the Cuban Foreign Ministry. So a group of people who go in there to terrorize the place. Who, I'm saying I don't know if that's true. That's what the Cuban Foreign Ministry is saying. They said that they were able to retrieve assault rifles, handguns, Molotov cocktails, and other military-style gear that were found on the vessel, and had that. And the 10 attackers were all Cubans living in the U.S.
Wow.
So they were able to intercept them. So who knows if that's all part of the plan that they're using to destabilize Cuba? We don't know. We don't know. But remember, folks, this information is coming from the Cuban Foreign Ministry. Huh? So maybe they're exaggerating, maybe they're lying, I don't know. But that's what they say. That these guys were planning to come into Cuba to terrorize the place. But they happened to catch them.
So the guys actually said so, based
That's
on what
what
they're saying.
The Cuban Foreign Ministry is saying. As to whether that is true, I don't know. Okay? Right. Now, Lady J, don't forget, folks, coming up at 11:30 this morning, it's going to be the healing process.
Yeah.
From 11:30 until 12:30.
With Dr. Phil and wife Clarissa.
Yes, and after that,
So
we should be having Enya Williams from JJ's Paradise. She'll be here, okay, for an interview
We got
with
the
you.
time change?
Yeah. So we
okay,
informed you
great.
already. It's going to be around
Wonderful.
12:30. around that time.
12:30.
Okay?
Okay.
So it's coming up at 11:30. All right, so now before we end, let me tell you something, Lady J. It has to take a lot, and we were talking about earlier about having many girlfriends and things like that. It has to take a lot of man, right?
A lot of what?
Man. Okay? You have to be, I don't know, boy, you have to be maybe an angel on earth. If you have money, you are rich beyond the average person's imagination, what they could imagine. I'm talking about Bill Gates, one of the richest people in the world. Okay? And Bill Gates kind of looks like a nerd, a little nerdish look he has, right? But even Bill Gates was playing the fool. Okay? Now, I'm saying, if you're rich, Lady J, you're rich. You think you can fight that? Because remember, you have people throwing themselves at you, literally throwing themselves at you. You're in the company of all kinds of ladies who will want a piece of you for whatever reason that may be. Now, Bill Gates was married, okay? He's married. And now, he and the wife were married for 27 years. Now they've divorced and so on, okay? And I remember her being all devastated when the news came out about Bill Gates and this and that and the other. Let me ask you, should women be surprised at this kind of thing in these days? Should they be surprised at that? Yeah. To me, women are
These
acting
days?
as though you're surprised.
No,
you're
they shouldn't be
shocked.
surprised. Surprised at
shocked.
what? One man is rich and
No.
many women are going after him, or
No.
surprised at him getting married to one?
No.
Which one?
At guys who are cheating.
Guys who are cheating.
Yeah. Are you all
So why did you
still
mention Bill
surprised?
Gates there?
Because
we're
I'm talking about him. I thought he was cheating on his wife.
Yeah, but you brought in the fact that you have to divide. Andre, what are you saying? A man with all the money that's cheating, or just a man? What are you saying?
No, I said, if a man is rich,
Okay,
he's rich.
Yes.
You think somebody like that can remain faithful all through a marriage? I'm not telling you it's impossible, but you as
But it's going to be
woman,
difficult.
It's going to
be
very
difficult because even if you are trying, these women out there, the vultures out there, they are going. Some of them are coming for you, and some of them are friendly. I mean, not coming for you, but that might be the person that really touches your heart. You never know. Andre, I'm one of those that said I don't want to marry a rich man. Eh?
But I don't think
you have to be.
I don't think it makes a difference.
No, I'm saying no, but that is a pull. Remember, I said to you, I didn't want one who is on stage. I didn't want.
When you say on stage, what do you mean?
Well, either an artist or somebody like this on stage. I didn't want.
In other words, you don't want a popular guy.
Right. I don't want. I mean, you do your thing and you're known. That's one thing. But to be out there, I didn't want that sort of person. So I kind of got what I wanted, so to speak. My husband is kind of kind of in the background. He likes that kind of thing. Yeah. But Andre, yes, it is going to be hard because, especially even if you say he he looks like a nerd, but he's an intelligent man.
Very intelligent.
Women go for that.
Very
you know what
intelligent.
I mean? So he's got, he may be missing one, but he's got the rest of the package.
As a matter of fact, one of the ladies that Donald Trump was messing around with, she said that about him. They asked her, what do you see in this guy? What do you find attractive about him? Because we're looking at Donald Trump, if you can't see anything attractive. She said that he's very intelligent.
Donald Trump?
That's what she said.
Okay.
Yeah. Because remember, he's a quote-unquote successful businessman. And not that too. To become the president of the United States, you got to have something. You understand? So.
Andrea, I thought she was going to say he makes good love because he had so many women. But you say, okay.
I don't think Michelle can make any love.
You don't know for now. The man is in his 70s. We're talking about when the man was young.
But that happened recently. There's a beautiful lady, he was checking the lady. And they asked her the question, what attracted you to this guy? Because in the average person's mind, this guy has nothing attractive. That's how people are thinking. And she said, he's very intelligent. So that's what she admired. So that just bolsters the point that you were making earlier. So Bill Gates may have a little nerdy look, but he's an intelligent guy.
Exactly.
Because to become one of the richest guys in the world, me say no pushover. Me say have something going for him.
Exactly.
Think of that, right?
Yeah.
So here's that. And I admire him. Because he was actually having a meeting with the foundation, and he's telling them, I don't know why he felt he should do that, but he's actually telling them how the trysts happened. He says, I did have affairs. He says, one, with a Russian bridge player. Now, here's a guy who's playing bridge. Okay? Definitely, that's a game that's on another level. So when you're around those ladies, they're playing bridge.
That's a lot of thinking, eh?
A lot of thinking. Exactly. The average person doesn't really play bridge. The most I played with cards was something called Rummy 500. That's the average thing I would play.
Yeah.
So it's a bridge player.
The elder people play a lot of bridge.
So it's a bridge player. That's one of them, right? He said he met her at bridge events. In other words, they always having these events, and that's so. In other words, he started to talk to this lady, and guess what? He probably likes her. He probably likes her thinking. She is admiring him.
Level possibly.
Exactly, she's admiring him and this sort of thing. So that's one. Then he said he also had an affair with a Russian nuclear physicist.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, a Russian nuclear physicist.
Up his alley.
Yeah, these are people that are on another level.
His level, yeah.
Right, another level completely. Right. He says I met her through through my business activities. Now I don't know why he felt comfortable saying that to the members of his foundation. I don't know. It's like maybe he felt he needed.
That's
to
after he divorced the wife.
That happened on Tuesday this week.
Is he still married? Are they going through a divorce or they
divorced already?
So he can speak up. Why not?
But to me, discussing that with
Andre, sometimes you say that because you want to say that I did all of this, but now I'm a changed person. I'm going to now, see this one woman, or some people. I mean, Andre, even you change.
So the point I'm making,
that one.
To all your ladies out there, right, who you want to believe certain things. I'm asking you, are you shocked? Are you still shocked when you find out that your guy, whether your boyfriend, your husband, is messing around? Are you still surprised by those things?
Andre, I think when a man reaches a certain age...
That's not what I ask you.
Hold on. Let me start where I want to start, Andre.
You like to do that too much.
Yes. When a man reaches a certain age, he should know what he wants. That's one. So for a woman, if that man reaches, say, 50 years old and he's still cheating, to me, that's a no-no for me.
And that's not what I asked you. Here's what I asked you. I asked you, are you surprised? Right? When you hear your guy is cheating, are you surprised at that?
Andre, what is surprise? What is surprise?
In other words, I didn't expect that of you. Oh my gosh.
Well, Andre, that's what I just said. If he's before 50... then 50? That won't, before the age of 50, that's not,
Bill Gates is 70 years.
You asked me for me, my partner, my person. So let me talk.
No. I didn't ask you for your person, You
asked me for me.
I'm saying,
speak.
Are you surprised when you find out? And like, I expect you to speak for all the ladies.
All right,
are you surprised?
So let me say it. I'm saying 50 years and younger, maybe I wouldn't be surprised. Over 50, yes, I'm going to be surprised. Does that answer your question? Because I answered a while ago. Right. Yeah. You still feel you're young? Fine. You might cheat. But that doesn't mean I like it.
So what's the difference?
Because at 50 years old, you should know what you want and you should be an actual man. Come on, slow. Have your woman, have your wife. Stop the cheating.
So Bill Gates is not a man.
I said at
He's
50,
70. He's 70.
Yeah, but he has all the money. For him, he's from a different class. Why? Because he cannot control himself and all these women coming behind him. And that's why he divorced his wife. Who says the wife was ready? You yourself said how much she cried about it and was in...
She took it hard.
Exactly.
She took it really,
because she was in deep love.
That's why I'm asking. Should women be surprised at that? Like, you're so shocked.
I said
My
no.
man cheated on me. You
I
shocked
said
at
no.
that?
I said no. I said no. We shouldn't be surprised at it.
Okay.
Because we do everything we can at home and they're out there and we don't know who is coming after them. We don't know. We feel we are... Anyway, the way it is, you might feel very comfortable with your partner. Your partner is giving you all the great feelings. You're all communicating very well. And then to your surprise, he could have had a relationship for years. And that opposite sex may have kept it to herself. Great. But one day it comes out in the light, Andre. So what I'm saying is never be surprised. Never be surprised.
All right.
Always leave, no matter how much you're in love with the individual, leave a little 5%. So your heart remains where it is and it's not too damaged.
You heard that,
That's
ladies?
how I say
You heard that, ladies?
You should never damage yourself. No.
That's from a female, eh?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta
Trust,
wrap it up. We gotta
but
wrap
verify.
it up. We gotta wrap it up. So, Lady J, thank you so much.
So we're not going to be reading anything
No,
today.
no,
Well, good morning everyone on the Facebook platform, and good morning. I see something from AG saying yesterday I was in Viewfort. I'm jealous. The receptionist is louder down there. I met Cornelia at the cell. Really helpful girl. It's a name I like anyway. LOL. That's one I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, live it right
Cornelia,
there.
from the cell again. Thank you so much for your help yesterday.
Okay, so folks, we got to wrap it up. That's because at 11:30 we have the healing process with Dr.
Phil
and
wife
Clarissa Leo.
Mhm.
They're coming on at
And
11:30.
our program.
Mm-hmm. And after that, we'll be having a
And don't forget to call the program because you can win $200 smackaroos.
yes.
So please call.
Mm-hmm. And after the program, then Enya Williams from JJ's Paradise is going to be in studio for a little while.
And today is Thursday, so we have Roger Constantine.
Oh yes,
from
this
Reps,
afternoon.
yeah.
And yesterday,
So he'll be
I
here
know
too.
you had Tori. Was it Tori?
Tori L.
Tori L
Yeah,
was there
with the
yesterday
new song.
with Islands.
Islands, yes. I met him for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, heard about him, many of the songs. And then you hear it in the beginning or the end of many songs in St. Lucia.
It always had that Islands.
Yeah.
Islands.
Yeah,
So-
I like it.
So that
as
way,
well.
is he the producer? Once you hear that,
He's writer, producer. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he sings as well. Yeah. Uh-huh.
wow. Yeah, well,
Really
he
good.
sings well.
Mhm.
Sings well.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard
They
he-
have a great collaboration, I must admit. They have a very good business relationship, I must admit.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And
Okay,
it
folks.
showed yesterday.
So we got to wrap it up. This has been Hard Drive for today, Thursday, the 26th of February. Tomorrow morning, join us again at 10 o'clock for another Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at rambalisfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support.
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
From coast to coast,
I would love to hear it.
we're revving up the airwaves
Are you sleeping?
on 95.9 FM, the Alpha of Radio.
Have you noticed behavioral changes in self and loved ones that